Hello and welcome to Southern California CEO Magazine. I'm your host, Dwight Cromie. On this edition, we'll be talking about energy savings. With today's high cost of doing business, electricity is one of the largest controllable costs that manufacturers, educational systems, cities, and commercial office building owners can control and reduce. Depending on their actual electrical applications, many of these electrical consumers could save as much as 70% in utility cost, which in some cases could mean thousands of dollars monthly. To get a better understanding of what these potential savings are and how these organizations can start taking advantage of them, we went to an organization that has been supplying power to this country for over 100 years. We'll be talking to J.R. Canosa, Sustainable Energy Solutions Director for the Southern Sierras chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association. Thank you, JR, for being here today. I appreciate your taking the time out.
Thank you, Dwight, for having me.
JR, can you tell me, when it comes to saving energy, who could do a better job right now? Is it government agencies, school districts, or is it the private sector?
Well, all three areas that you've mentioned could use some help. However, the private sector, we see the most waste at because of inefficient equipment, outdated equipment.
When you say outdated equipment, what types of, or where are the areas that either cities or private sector businesses can save? Is it installing LED lighting, new AC, control systems? Where do you see the greatest savings, or what do they need to do to be energy efficient?
Simply put, Dwight, basically all those areas again. Many of the private sector facilities, building owners, have outdated equipment. So we can look at that for them in what we call a benchmark engineering scenario. Basically, we look at their heating, air conditioning equipment. We look at their controls, if there is a control system. We look at their lighting. LED lighting is really terrific today. It is the most cost effective, and it lasts forever. Upgrading your air conditioning equipment or your chillers or air handlers can also improve efficiency. And if there isn't controls in place, obviously putting in a good EMS and then controlling that facility will save you up to anywhere from 50 to 70% on your existing energy cost.
JR, you mentioned benchmarking. I'm assuming that's an energy audit. And if I'm a business owner or, say, city official, where do I start? How do I get that audit performed?
Well, benchmarking is an audit. We provide a basic preliminary benchmark audit where we look at the facility, look at the HVAC or the mechanical equipment, look at the type of lighting, look at the exterior lighting of their facility. We do this at no charge. Then we put together measures and a proposal that the owner can use to go ahead and determine what measures they would like to go through with and what might fit their budget. But benchmarking for a school district or a municipality is also key. Benchmarking is what you need to do to find yourself a roadmap in which to work. It is your basic starting point, and it'll take you to where you need to go to become a more efficient facility.
So if I understand right, NECA or NECA contractors will come into my place of business, go through my billing, go through my factory, my manufacturing process, evaluate where I can save energy and not save energy, and then you'll give me a report telling me what you recommend that I do. Where do I get the money? I mean, it's one thing to know I need to make these improvements, but how do I finance these improvements?
One of the things that's important today is, as you've mentioned, how do you go about finding the money to do this? And we have lenders who will loan for 100%, zero money to the manufacturer or the private sector to do what is called an energy upgrade. As long as it's an energy upgrade and the dollars offset what their electrical consumption is to the project cost, that can be funded strictly on that premise. And the beauty of that is that in many cases, whatever you're paying to the utility and whatever's being offset for the improvements, you normally have a positive cash flow. And the upside to all of this, Dwight, is that many of these scenarios can be with a return on their investment within 5 years. As an example, if you're spending $100,000 a year and we just upgrade, say, mechanical equipment such as package units, because many of the facilities are package units. There are the larger facilities like hospitals, large commercial buildings. They have chill water systems in them. So to replace a chiller, replace pumps, condenser pumps, air handlers, including variable frequency drives, that's costly. And usually that facility is at 200 kW or more, and as a billing rate with the Edison company or their power company is usually a TOU8, which is a time of use. The beauty of replacing and upgrading and becoming more efficient is you can participate in other Edison programs, such as their demand response programs, where you actually generate revenue during certain times of the year. But normally speaking, for the manufacturer who's got a 60, 70,000 square foot facility, has a number of maybe 10, 12 package units on its roof, and they're spending $10,000, $12,000 a month in electrical consumption, that loan to replace and upgrade would be less than what their energy bill would be. So yes, there would be positive cash flow.
Are there any tax incentives or rebates that are currently being offered by either equipment suppliers, the energy companies, or even the government?
Well, presently, many of the utilities offer incentives to replace package units. So many dollars per ton. The government, there is no help there. Okay, so you look towards energy efficient projects. You look for the things that you can do that can be offset by incentive money by any of the utilities that are out there.
Okay, so either I'm a city administrator or I'm a manufacturer. What's my first step? I'm interested in what you've explained here, and I want to learn more either about an audit or a benchmark, and I want to move forward. What are their steps?
Well, first off, give us a call. NECA is a nonprofit organization, and what we are doing basically is we are trying to help the consumer put together a better project. We are helping the municipalities and the school districts by bringing them information that they may not be aware of. What we also do for the private sector and the municipalities and the school districts is there is legislation that allows them to do what is called a design-build contract. In the school districts, the JC colleges, as well as the cities and the municipalities, rather than go to an open bid, putting together an RFP for a project that you have determined needs to be done, and sending that to the street, you can actually, if you look at the legislation, get your board members, your city councilmen folks on board, then you can do a design build, which is a much better contract for you because it allows you, as the municipality or the school district, to select who you want to do your project. It allows you to select what products you would like to have installed, what manufacturers. And by doing that, you have a better project. You have a project that comes in on budget because you have quality contractors. In our case, our industry, the electrical industry, our electricians, we're the only industry that we have to have certified technicians. So our contractors go to school. We have an apprenticeship they must attend, a 5-year apprenticeship, and they become more qualified. So on the private sector side, by looking at benchmarking and looking at doing a design-build contract, which we can help them with, they can put together a project, get the equipment that they need, get the financing that they need to fund that project, and have a more efficient facility.
JR, is there anything else you'd like to add before we end?
I really would like to address the private sector. To all you manufacturers out there who are watching this tape, to all the private entity and all the business owners who have the capability of seeing this, do something now, folks, because energy cost is not going down. It's going to escalate. Energy is one of the main features of your bottom line. It affects your bottom line. You cut that back, you have more profit. You have more efficient equipment in your facility. You have more comfortable people working for you. Right now is the key. The time that we're looking at today going into the next few years, this is the time to look at it because right now money is available. Call on us at NECA. Let us help you. We're a nonprofit. All we're here to do is help. We're not here to sell you anything. We're not asking for a nickel from you. All we want to do is provide you good contractors, good people that we've worked with in the past to put together a great project for you, get together the best financing for you so that you can become more energy efficient as we approach our future and tomorrow energy.
Well, JR, I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us today to help explain where companies and cities can save on their energy bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dwight. Thanks again for having me.
Okay. Working closely with NECA contractors, manufacturers, cities, and school systems are saving millions of dollars annually while helping lead this country to energy independence. To date, with their energy partners, NECA has assisted thousands of clients around this country in reducing their energy and operational cost. For more information on NECA, or if you're interested in a free energy audit or benchmark, simply click on one of the icons to the right of the screen. I'm your host, Dwight Cromie, and I want to thank you for watching this edition of Southern California CEO Magazine.